Hey guys, so today I'm going to do, as you can see from the title, a video about tattoos. The reason this came about was I'm going to get a couple of new tattoos done, and I've been thinking about them and, you know, kind of working through the process. And I was talking to my trainer about it, and he was like, well, I like that you're thinking about your tattoos, not like a lot of people who just rush into them. And I was like, seriously, people rush into tattoos? Like, who does that? And he's like, no, I know quite a few people that have. And I was just like, what? I need to do a video on this. Do not rush into a tattoo. I'm going to go through a few points that maybe you should think about before getting a tattoo. Now, tattoos are huge in the media spotlight just because so many famous people have them these days, and they're everywhere, like the Beckhams and Angelina Jolie, Rihanna, just so many, you know, cool people and inspirational people have tattoos. Doesn't mean you should have a tattoo. And if it's, you know, you need to think about all the things I'm going to say. I am not anti-tattoos. I love tattoos. Like, I have a few tattoos. I'm not going to go through this in this video because I have another video on it, and since that video I've not had any done, so I'll link that below, which you can check out after this video. But I am totally pro tattoos, and two of my favourite YouTubers, Beauty Crush and Hey Claire, have the most amazing tattoos. They have tattooed sleeves. They are hot. They're sexy. They look so good. They're glamorous. They're an extension of who you are and what you want to say. They're, you know, they're a part of your outfit. They're a part of, you know, your style and all of that, the package of you. But the thing is, you need to think about some things before you get a tattoo, because, you know, it's not for everyone. Just because people, you know, high profile people in the media spotlight have them, doesn't mean you have to have one. Now, you know, I'm not trying to put you off a tattoo. I'm just saying, think about this tattoo or the tattoos. You might be pre-tattoo age, pre-legal tattoo age, like 16, 17, and thinking about getting a tattoo when you turn 18, but please do think about it. Like, there's so many things you need to consider and things to think about with a tattoo, because, you know, a tattoo is a lot more permanent than getting, you know, thinking about what lipstick you're going to wear that day or what pair of jeans you're going to throw on, because, you know, you can just take them back off again or wipe that lipstick right off. That tattoo is not going to come off, so it's forever. And the more you plan this tattoo, the more you're going to love it, I promise you. And if you rush into it, it might be the worst decision you ever made. And then you have to go through the painful process of getting tattoo laser removal, and it's painful and expensive, and you don't want to go there. Like, once you have it, it's, you know, you have it. So, you know, there's definitely things to consider before getting it done. One thing I hate is when people say, oh, but when you're old and it's going to look terrible. Well, when you're old, you're probably going to look terrible anyway. You're going to have wrinkly skin, grey hair, whatever. Who cares? Like, a tattoo's going to make you look, probably the skin look a little bit nicer with a bit of a pattern on it. And by the time I get to my 80s, 90s, most of my, well, hopefully I get to my 80s, 90s, most of the people in my age group are probably going to have them too. So it's going to be the norm. And I'm not just saying get it done because it's the norm, but don't worry about when you're older. Think about the moment, enjoy the moment, enjoy your life. And if that's how you want to express yourself, enjoy it. Don't let people put you off just because, you know, they're thinking about 50 years time. Enjoy the moment. If that's what it is you're inspired to do and you want to do, you go for it, but definitely think about it. One of the main things to consider is be different, be unique. Don't just go onto Google and search for a tattoo and get the first thing done, or walk into a tattoo shop and get the first thing done in their book. Don't do that. Like, be creative, sketch out what you might want to do. I've always sketched all of my tattoos out, and I'm, you know, and I've drawn them out. I'm not the best drawer, but, you know, you can give the tattoo artist an idea of what you want. Use Photoshop, use things around you, you know, the tools that you might have on your computer, other tattoos, and change them up. But, you know, what a feeling to know that you're the only one with the tattoo that you design and it was inspired by you, and you're the only person that's going to have it, and that's a great feeling. All my tattoos were inspired by something in my life, an experience or a journey or traveling or my life and my family, and it's great to have a reason behind your tattoo. They don't all have a deep meaningful reason, but sometimes it's just a pattern that you like and you like to look at. But what a great thing if you can get a tattoo that means something to you and it's relevant to your life. You know, it'll be amazing to look at years, you know, in years gone by and think, well, that was a reason. But, you know, find inspiration in anything: architecture, art, photos, cards, birthday cards, travels, people, other people's tattoos. There's inspiration and beauty in everything. You just got to open your eyes to it. And you know, sometimes you see something and you could just change it a little bit, and it's the perfect, you know, perfect design, perfect thing for you. So, you know, look around for inspiration if you are thinking about a tattoo and you're a bit stuck on what to get about a tattoo. Don't just rush into it. Think about what you're gonna get, where you're gonna get it. Now, someone like Rihanna or the Beckhams have visible tattoos on their hands and arms, but it works with their lifestyle. They're not going to have to go through the normal situations of people like you and I might have to, which is job interviews or, you know, life situations where you don't want to show your tattoos. I work in, you know, I'm a YouTuber, but I also work in an office job within the advertising industry. And sometimes I have to go to, you know, serious high profile meetings where I don't want to show my tattoos. And therefore, you know, I want to cover up and, you know, come across a professional person. And I'm not necessarily tattoos don't come across professional, but you know, sometimes you just want to cover them up, and you know, you want to not show everybody your tattoos. And think, you know, if you're getting married and wearing a beautiful dress or whatever it might be, just think about life situations where, you know, it might not be relevant to get a tattoo on your hand, or you know, and all my tattoos are kind of in areas where I can easily cover up, and I don't have to show them if I don't want to. So just be smart about it, and you know, take your time choosing a design as well. Don't rush into it. Like, don't be peer pressured into a design or into a tattoo or when you're on your holidays just because you decide you're on holiday, unless you've really thought it through. Like, don't rush into it. Once you have a design, like the best thing to do, which is what I do, is, you know, have the piece of paper pinned up in your room or wherever. You look at it every day, in your bathroom, wherever you go every single day, and look at it and think, is that what I want? And you know, and it might take days, weeks, months, and if you decide you're fed up of looking at it, then that's not the tattoo for you. A tattoo is like a good relationship. You need to be committed to it, you need to love it, and you definitely need to be able to look at it every single day and not feel like, oh, kind of feeling. So just be careful when you're getting a tattoo, and that's a really good way of kind of, you know, defining your design and what you want, and looking at it every day and knowing that that's the right one. Oh, another thing you could do as well, you could just draw it on yourself. Like, I've done that many times. Get a marker pen, draw it on your body wherever, and then look at it and put on different outfits and see what they look like in it, because, you know, that'll give you a really, really good idea. Or you could even get a temporary one. You get a henna tattoo, and that way you don't even have to you know, think about, like, you know, it's not there forever. And if you love it when it fades out, then obviously go get it done permanently. But what a great way to just kind of test drive having a tattoo. And don't get a tattoo when you're like drunk or high or peer pressured into it. Like, be smarter than that. Like, you know, be in your sane mind when you're getting a tattoo, because, you know, you may regret that afterwards. Also, one of the major things to think about is make sure if you're getting any quotes or anything written in words, make sure it's spelt correctly. Now, that sounds like a really simple thing, but how many people get tattoos with the wrong spelling? I've seen it on the internet, and people, like, you know, send them around. It's just embarrassing. You wouldn't want that. And also, if you're getting symbols or anything in a different language, triple check all that. Like, you might think you're getting love and happiness, and you're actually getting soy sauce. So you need to be so careful that it says what you think it says. If it's in a different language, get sort of the native language to check it for you, and triple check it just so you know it's right. Don't get anything faddish, like, you know, like, for example, right now it's all about, like, I don't know, Hello Kitty or Transformers or something. Just think, in 10 years time, is that still going to be relevant to your life and in context with who you are and where you want to be? So if it's a bit of a fad, it might not be a good thing for a tattoo as such, because it might not have longevity. Also, another thing to think about is your tattoo artists. Don't just go to the first tattoo artist that is down your street or like is the cheapest, because this needs to be thought out. Ask people if they have a nice tattoo that you like. Ask them where they got it done. And if you're going to get something very intricate, like a face drawn or like a very detailed pattern, you need to have an artist. It's not just a person that can use a tattoo gun. It's about being an artist. And some of these tattoo artists are geniuses. They are absolutely geniuses. Like, they know how to, you know, they could probably paint you a beautiful picture. So just be smart with it. If you're just getting a simple black design, it might not matter how, you know, artistically talented they are, but just be smart, and also look out for cleanliness. And also, don't if you don't feel good about it, leave. Like, if you feel like, you know, are you feeling like uncomfortable in their tattoo place, just leave. Don't even go ahead with it. getting partners' names seriously, like getting someone's name, like For me, a well-chosen tattoo can be a thing of beauty, it can be liberating, it can give you confidence, and it can be an extension of who you are and what you want to put out there, your creativity and your style. But a badly chosen tattoo can have all of the opposite effects, and it can make you super self-conscious and have regret forever. So really think it through, really think, is this going to be something I'm going to love forever? So, you know, and that's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed my little tips video on tattoo, thinking about, you know, what you need to think about before getting any ink done. But I'm totally pro tattoos. If you guys are thinking about getting any, do comment below what you're thinking about getting and where you're getting it done. And if you've got any other questions about tattoos, about pain levels, or anything to do with tattoos, do comment below. I'm not an expert by any means, but I have a few different tattoos, so I can maybe help you out. And that's it. And I've got loads of videos coming up, so do stick with me, guys. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.